Hello. Hello, everyone. I am your melanated queen, LilFoxi, aka brand ambassador for Brown Girls Are Beautiful. And today I would like to discuss the pandemic or epidemic that we have been inundated with lately in the media. And as you can see, I am wearing our sun-kissed shirts for our melanated queens because we are all sun-kissed. And we're celebrating our caramel cuties, we're celebrating our bronze beauties, and we're celebrating our golden glowers. I do have these in assortment of white and black. If you would like to order yours, hit me up on 7THWONDAR, that's Seventh Wonder on Instagram. So I had the privilege of looking at a video earlier with a doctor by the name of Dr. Battar. And I'm actually going to look him up right now. B-A-T-T, I'm sorry, B-U-T-T-A-R. His name is Dr. Rashid A. Battar, everyone. He is an alternative medicine practitioner, and he is located in Mooresville, North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. If you all have an opportunity, check out his video on YouTube. It's entitled COVID-19 Virus Conspiracy, 5G, Immunity, and Coronavirus, Part 4, Dr. Rashid A. Battar. It's a 55-minute video. It's part 4 of 1. It's part 4 of 4. He has 4 different videos discussing this topic. And I thought this was very interesting because he basically goes through a step-by-step analysis of how 5G ties in with the coronavirus. And I remember watching a video with Lovely T speaking about Carrie Hilson, who also tweeted about this very scenario, and people made fun of her, and she was asked by management or her publicist to delete the tweet. But there is some type of correlation between how the virus behaves within your body and with 5G being a part of that. So basically, just to make it into simpler or layman's terms, and if you want to get into the technicalities of it, you can watch Dr. Battar's video on it. But basically what he's stating is that Wuhan, China actually was one of the first countries to implement the 5G technology and the 5G towers into their country. Well, I saw video clips where some of the citizens were walking down the street and then they would abruptly just pass out for no reason. And I said to myself, they were saying that this is viral related to the virus. And I'm like, I'm not privy to any virus that causes that type of behavior in an individual. So I said, there's got to be something deeper than that going on. If we all use our common sense, we can figure this out. Well, I came across the video with Lovely T, and in that particular video there was a guy talking about how they have implemented certain electromagnetic frequencies into the pathways in the air, and this interacts with our human bodies in a way that is it's not advantageous to our bodies. So it weakens the immune system, and the way that Dr. Battar was explaining it is that once your immune system is weakened, the infrastructure in which your immunity uses to fight off sicknesses and viruses is lacking in its ability. So if you were to obtain something such as the coronavirus, which is basically causing, respiratory illnesses, it could be extremely disadvantageous, especially if you have asthma. As we've heard, they've said that people are suffering from breathing situations and they need ventilators. There are people that are very prone to not be able to fight this off as quickly as others, and some people could be in very dire straits if they were to unfortunately get infected with this situation. From what I've seen, coming across some of my research, is that you can be infected with this virus and you can get it in your eyes. Your eyes are one way to do it. It will affect your eyes. It They're saying it's not airborne, but it sounds like it's airborne to me, because simply the fact that they're saying you can get it through droplets in the air from sneezes and coughs. So I'm assuming that that's airborne, because droplets from your body go into the air, and if that lands on someone, and if they rub their eyes, or if that those germs go into their body in some type of way, then of course they are contaminating themselves. I've seen that they said that the virus lasts for about 1 to 4 days inside of your throat. They're saying that at 85 degrees, you should be able to kill the virus. So what they're telling people is to drink liquids, hot liquids, which you can drink tea with lemon, hot soups, things of that nature could help kill that virus. Also, they're saying for people, when you go out into the public, to come back, change your clothes, and detergent actually kills it. So make sure you wash your clothes with laundry detergent. Another thing they're saying is that it attaches to your hair and your clothes, which is why they're saying for you to make sure you wash your clothes. And if it attaches to your hair, my assumption would be if you go out in public, you might want to cover your hair, because not everyone washes their hair every single day. And you could just do a simple swipe of your hair, not realize it touched your face. You never know. The germs some type of way get inside of your body. You're breathing it in. Your mouth is there, your eyes are there, and there you may be contaminated. So that's just something to be mindful about. I'm trying to think of, I had a list of things that they said that were helpful hints when dealing with this situation. Well, I also wanted to play a clip for you too, from Dr. Buttar. His name is, again, Mr. Dr. Rashid Buttar. At the very end of his video, he did specifically say that this is a man-made virus. Not to insult anyone's intelligence, I think we're all smart enough to have figured this out. But there are instances online that I've been reading with people who are trying to combat that scenario, saying that this is an original derivative of the SARS virus. So if you remember, SARS was a situation that took place back in 2003 in Hong Kong, China. Originally, they said it arrived because of a cockroach, from what I remember hearing on the news. But we come to find out that COVID-19 is basically, they're saying this is almost like a mutation of that virus. Now, how does the virus mutate like this? I don't know, but I do know that people have been in the laboratory cooking up some things. So whatever effects they're trying to have on the body, whether they were trying to make some type of vaccine and injected someone with this, and this got out and they passed it to someone and it became viral, I don't know. But I just find it very ironic that Bill Gates would be heavily involved in this, and he is supposed to be the founder of a computer company and computer software dealing with Microsoft. And as we know, Microsoft and HP computers are very prone to viruses. So if Bill Gates have given speeches about viruses, then I guess that goes hand in hand, because as we know, the human body is similar to a computer. Your brain is very much like a computer, and actually the computer is based on the brain. We all know that the brain is like the CPU. Your eyes, they're kind of like the monitor. Your hands are kind of like the keyboard, and then you have the mouse and things like that. But I'm just going to play this for you, so hopefully you can hear this with your own ears, so that I am not misrepresenting anything that I've heard when disseminating this information to you all. But this is coming from, again, Dr. Rashid Buttar, and I will play this for you right now.
Other illnesses. I just showed you studies. I just showed you the physiology. I just showed you permeability. I just showed you evidence of multiple scientists in multiple countries talking about how dangerous this is. And the Federal Communications Commission still says, hey guys, it's safe. So now you decide if there is a correlation between 5G rollout in Iran, in Italy, in Wuhan, very coincidentally the same months, they're vying for the highest rollout, the fastest rollout, and in the cities where there was the most COVID-19 deaths were the cities that were the test grounds for the rollout of the 5G. And Remember, they can't blame an industry if it's a natural cause. So what they do, they took a man-made, adulterated, chimeric virus and blamed it on that, the COVID-19, and they have blown it totally out of proportion. It's all about the 5G. They've created the virus, but they're blamed on the virus as a natural thing, so no industry can be affected by the 5G. And now what's coming down the pipeline is that they're going to come up with a vaccine. I'm telling you right now, the research conclusively shows this is not something that a vaccine can be made for. This virus is a man-made virus that cannot have a vaccine made for it. But I will show you what you can do yourself to prevent the COVID-19 from creating any kind of problem in your system if you can maintain a certain blood level of this naturally occurring nutrient. I will show you that. It's not going to cost you anything except for a few dollars from a health food store, or you can boost up your level if you want. But the key thing to remember is that the COVID-19, even though it's adulterated and it's chimeric virus, it's very self-limiting. Okay, it burns out fast, and unless you're immunocompromised, you have nothing to worry about. And if you are immunocompromised, there are certain things you can do, but the hysteria that's been created around it, and people staying 6 feet apart from each other, and the global economy shutting down, and no more conferences and everything, it's absolutely ludicrous. Now, if what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you and you think I'm crazy, hey, shut this down and go on living your life and go get the vaccine, and God be with you. For the rest of you that have a critical mind, that understand basic fundamental concepts, that can follow a logical sequential thought process, you now see the truth. And for those of you that understand this, then there's a conference coming up on May 23rd to May 26th, okay? I'm going to give you a plug. The Advanced Medicine Conference, the second annual conference, where we have some of the leading healthcare providers from all over the world that are going to be presenting there. So we welcome all. You don't have to be a doctor or a healthcare provider to come, but some of the people that are going to be there are healers from all over the world. Dr. Bruce Lipton is going to be one of the speakers there. And when I put out the notice to the speakers that we were not going to cancel, within 10 minutes, I had 3 of the speakers from 3 different parts of the world contact me and say, thank you, Rashid, for taking a stance. Thank you for not succumbing to this paranoia, to this BS. So guys, I welcome you to come to Advanced Medicine Conference. And if you are concerned about the COVID-19, then you really should be at this conference so you can understand what the facts are. I hope this information has been informative for you. The next video is coming out in about 48 hours, and we're going to call out some of the people that are putting out misinformation, and then I'm going to have a video to help show you what you can do, the help that you can get. Pay this forward. Let your friends and family know about it. Stop promoting the hysteria. Allow people to know the truth and pass this information forward so that we can get our economy back on track and understand what the real issues are, and demand that this type of garbage is, 1, not tolerated anymore, and 2, that we as a nation, we as a people of this planet will no longer tolerate this type of garbage, this type of misinformation, this type of manipulation, and this type of atrocity being committed on our physiologies, on our bodies, on our children's bodies. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. Pay it forward, pass it on, tell everyone about it.
Okay, and there you have it. Again, that is Dr. Rashid. I don't know if you can see that. Dr. Rashid A. Buttar, everybody. So shout out to him for coming forward and speaking to us, because I don't know how many medical professionals would actually take the time to do a 4-part video, 1 hour apart, 1 hour a piece, explaining this to the public. Of course, he can explain it more technical than what I can, because he works with those type of issues every single day. But from what I got from the video and what I understood, once again, is that this coronavirus is being blamed for something that basically was man-made, of course, like I said, in a laboratory. However, because of the 5G towers and because of the electromagnetic frequencies, that actually exacerbates the symptoms in the virus and makes it run rapid in individuals. Our human bodies are really not made to handle those types of frequencies, those types of electromagnetic waves. We are being overly exposed to that, and it's creating a microwave effect within our bodies. It is attacking our immune systems. We can try our best by making sure we eat properly, getting the proper nutrition from plants, from herbs, from nuts, from berries. Maintain your vitamin C. But when you are under such vile attack, it is very hard, especially if you just walk out into your backyard. A lot of people may not be aware, but there's something called a smart meter that are on every single house, and I think most power companies have switched over to the smart meters. Well, what happens is that also creates a microwave effect within your household. And now a lot of businesses have actually converted over to the smart meters. We used to have the analog meters where the guys from the power company would have to come out, the technicians would actually come read your meter. Now everything is digitalized, and that even causes these waves to be produced out in your backyard, in playgrounds, near daycares, near schools. So your children are exposed to these waves and these frequencies as well. Certain frequencies are not good for our bodies. They make things very toxic within the atmosphere, within the environment. And although we cannot see them, our bodies still react to them. Whether people know it or not, our brain reacts to sound frequencies that we don't even hear with our ears, but our brain still picks up on them. So that lets you know just how delicate the human body is and how sensitive it is. We are very connected to the universe. We're very connected to the earth. Our cells mutate, our DNA mutates based on these electromagnetic frequencies. And when you get a mutation in your cell, that is what causes cancer, when your body can't formulate that cell properly. And if those cells continue to reproduce and multiply, that becomes cancerous and it takes over your body. So everyone, that's really how you get sick. So the coronavirus basically exacerbates the sickness within inside of the individuals that are suffering already. So I just wanted to point that out. But like I said, check those videos out for yourself. Listen to Dr. Boutard speak about it. He does a very good analysis, and just do your research. I just wanted to send this message out there for anybody that may not have been abreast or aware of what's going on with the corona and the connection to 5G. I know when Carrie Hilson tried to tweet about it, I think she was attacked or she was made fun of, but this is not a laughing matter, because this is something that will be affecting all of us right now and in the future. And actually we're being affected by it right now, because now we're under lockdown and a quarantine, because people wanted to play the creator, they want to play God, or goddesses in a laboratory. I know a lot of times when you start playing around with biology and DNA and technology, you can do a lot of harmful things to people. And I think that this was especially by design. I don't think this was an accident, but I do think that maybe some things may have gotten out of control. It's really hard to say, because we're dealing with people who are very arbitrary, very ambiguous situations and scenarios that are going on. I did want to point out that this company that Bill Gates funds is called Purebright, Pirbright, and I actually took the time to look that up for you all. So let me see if I can find that. It's called Pirbright. It's the Purebright Institute. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but there it is if you want to look it up. And basically it says our aim. The coronaviruses group are investigating the potential for genetic manipulation of the IBV genome to rationally attenuate field strains predictably and specifically for vaccine production, including for in ovo vaccination. In order to do this, they are identifying the IBV genes involved in virulence, as well as host factors involved in virus replication and viral replication machinery. They are presently modifying the IBV genome using a reverse genetics approach developed by them in order to achieve an optimum balance between attenuation of virulence and capacity to induce immunity. Establishing the virulence factors of IBV may allow the development of vaccines that could be administered in OVO without causing harm to the imminently hatching chicks. So they're experimenting on farm animals, you all. And not just that, I think they're experimenting on other, like pigs, like I said, farm animals. And if you look right here, they have chickens. Okay, so once they finish that, you ready? Once they finish that, sorry, somebody came to get me. Once they finish that, they will be experimenting on people, and they've already started that. So I got to cut this video short. We're about to leave. I'm about to go, and I have somewhere to be. But everybody stay safe out there. Thank you so much. Brown girls are beautiful. Thanks you. And I just wanted to send this quick message to you all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay healthy.